Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sign. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything. Vic's still looking like a restless king. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles
Ready to stop guessing and start growing as a trader. Welcome to Vici Trading Solutions, a community built by real traders for serious learners. We don't just post trades, we teach the why behind every move. With a full education section and daily breakdowns, you'll start seeing the market like a pro. You won't be trading alone. Inside the Vici Discord, you're surrounded by committed traders, from futures pros to rising crypto specialists, all learning and winning together. Gain first access to our exclusive indicators, powerful tools used daily by hundreds across TradingView and beyond. These aren't gimmicks, they're built to sharpen your edge. Each morning, our founder posts a full trading plan for the S&P 500 or NASDAQ and calls out the levels he's watching live. No fluff, just clarity. Education, tools, community. Whether you trade futures, stock, or crypto, Vici gives you the foundation and firepower to grow. Join Vici, trade smarter, conquer the markets.
Hey, happy Thursday. You know, I got my stogie in my mouth. I figured if Arnold Schwarzenegger could do it, it works for him, it works for me, right? Because I swear to God, we've been killing these trade plans lately. Man, listen, I got to tell you, I've been doing this a long time, and every single day, every single week, it just seems like it gets better and better. And I think that actually doing these plans for you guys has made me a much better trader. I am so much more thorough, and the trade plans are showing it. I mean, damn, right? What's up, Raj? What's up, Zoo? Good to see you guys here. I know these guys killed it today. We had some other guys in the room, got a nice little scoreboard going. So we're going to talk about the trade plans. I mean, just fucking nailed it again. I mean, Frank the Tank, so much winning. I mean, it's just insane. I just cannot believe it. We've had just I'm surprising myself. If you can find somebody that does it better than me, you can get a year's worth of trade plans because you're not going to find it. That's much I know. The shit is too fucking good. So before we get into that, as usual, we're going to talk about that. But, you know, let's do this first. Guys, please follow me across all these socials. It is for your benefit, my benefit, and everyone out there who has not experienced the amazingness that Vici's putting down. I tell you, this is my jam. All I trade is the S&P. All I trade is ES. This is all I know. I'm the master of one, and this is my boo. So, you know, me and her are real tight like. Sometimes, some days she treats me dirty, but most of the time she's super nice. So follow me across X, YouTube, TradingView, and Substack, Ryan Bailey Edge. You know the deal. What's up, Johan? Welcome to the party, my friend. We're going to get into it today. All these guys are paying subs, and I know they're in here because they're like, damn, son, he did it again. Let's talk about tomorrow. And we're going to, listen, $50 is all I charge for this plan. Like, again, another 80-pointer right out of the bag. We got 70 points or 60 points off the squeeze. I mean, Jesus Christ, $50. I'm just tired of this. It's like free almost. What's up? What's up, Joanne? Good to see you. Altitude. What's up, baby? We're in the house. I got a nice little crew coming in. I love this. I love this. This is great. This is awesome. So listen, there's like, I've got some slides here, but we're going to have to like fill in the blanks a little bit because, you know, today was kind of a one-way ordeal. We actually caught the short at the highs and the sweep of the low and the long squeeze at the bottom. We're going to go all over it. And obviously we had a great level for the retest on the short as well. And how do you send me a DM? You can do it through Substack, Johan. You should be able to just go to my profile and send a DM or send me a message and I'll find you. I'll send you one. How about that? Let me see. I could probably just do it right now. Here. Everybody's going to have to wait 1 second. I got a sub here that wants to talk to me. What's up, player? I just sent you a DM. You should see it shortly. All right, so let's get into it. So once again, guys, come on. You didn't even have to read the plan. All you had to do was read the title. I think the whole plan was like in the free part. I couldn't believe. I was like taking pictures today, and I'm like, okay, all right. So let me see what's after the paywall. I'm like, I gave everybody the juice. All you had to do was look. It's insane. So once again, look. The bearish momentum shift, right? The 68.83 breakdown. And once again, our VIX $20 pivot. I don't know how many times we talked about this damn $20 pivot on VIX. I mean, this thing is just continuously paying money. I mean, this is an amazing spot for us, and it's going to be important again tomorrow. So you might as well just go ahead and put it on your map. Put the $20 handle on there, 20.09. It played amazing today. Perfect. We're going to talk about all that. And right here, we talk about right here, under the VIX, the current market context, the $20 resistance handle. We were above this morning, and we were starting to push higher. As long as we're above the $20 handle on VIX, we're going to see some extreme pressure on the indices. And then the momentum shift, guys. You guys have heard me talk about for weeks, 69.03, 68.83. These were the big levels for us to get above, below. And once again, we started the day off well underneath the significant weekly at 68.83, where the momentum shifts, right? Insanely hard in favor of the bulls. Wonder how that worked out. I'm sorry, in favor of the bears. So, I mean, listen, this is all right there in the very first paragraph, right? Insane. So let's get right into it. I've got a few slides here, and I got to figure out, hopefully I brought them all over. I am a little low on sleep. I've been taking care of my pops and running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm actually moving in with him for a month tomorrow. So I have actually took the afternoon off and started getting my life together because it's going to be a little adjustment for me. And then you see this face? Look how tired I am, right? It's from so much winning. I'm fucking exhausted from so much winning. So check this out. So check this. Okay, so this was pre-market. Now, hear me out on this, okay? So I was actually in the Discord room telling guys, I'm trying to do the plan. The market's falling out. And I'm like, damn, this shit is falling faster than I can write these plans, right? And so, you know, I was trying to do my best to make this happen. And so the very first, actually, wait a minute. That's not the one I want. Hang on. Here we go. Where we at? Hang on. Give me 1 second. That's not the one I want. Here he is. 83 pre-market. So right here, our level, the weekly, this is pre-market, guys. The bell hadn't even rang yet. This was like, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. The weekly leg to the highs, the 77 to 83, the 83 untested weekly, 84 hour, 77 put wall. This was the leg that took us to the highs, the massive untested weekly. You hear me? Massive, right? So here we go. You want to see this level play and get back below 67 for the continued move lower. Well, here's the 4 hour 67. We had already pushed below it, right? So I've talked about this level many times and made a point to say that under this level, momentum shifts in the bears substantially. Okay. Well, at this point, we're well underneath it. I'm like, shit, I done missed this. I was out walking my dog. I was salty because I wanted to short that, right? And this was the pre-market news that actually sent us up and we barely missed. And so definitely something that I was like, okay, so what am I going to do now? And that's where this next slide comes in at, right? So this is the very first level I had on the resistance support spot right here. Actually, maybe it was the very first one. So, and I told everybody right off the giddy up, right? Listen, don't try to catch the knife today. We're leaning very much to the downside, but that doesn't mean things can't reverse quickly. Be prepared for volatility. It was right in the title. In volatility you want, volatility we got. And a big cue of this was, again, I talked about it yesterday. I talked about it in the trade plan again today. We are in negative gamma territory. That means dealers are hedging short. We are looking for massive rotations, and we are looking for shorts as well as longs, but the longs have to be in the right spot, and we're going to get to exactly that soon because I called that in the Discord room for everybody, and you're going to see exactly how I did it so that you know how to do it next time, right? So the major pivot, the 4-hour major pivot, the 68.67. This was the big level that pushed us up 150 points. Like, I don't know, it was like last week, maybe. Let me look. I'm kind of curious. What day was that? I wrote that in here. It was right here, the 68.67. That was on the 2nd. That thing took us up way high, right? So this was the level that took us up 150 points. This is a major pivot for us. Well, at this point, I'm like, okay, I already missed the 83, right? So I went ahead and just got short under here, one contract, because the volatility was nasty, right? I mean, if you guys were trading this, I mean, you guys know that we were whipping around 10, 20 points in the first, hour like it was nothing, right? I actually tried to get short once and like took a very small stop, or I thought it was a small stop. I looked, it was like $450. I was like, damn. So anyways, I ended up getting short. At this point, I'm like, okay, I still think we could come higher. So I'm just going to put one car on. I went for 20 points, bagged $1,000, was super happy about it. And then right into the open, we hit it, right? Boom. Okay, awesome. Now, here we go. So before we do that too, let's get into this, because this was actually all pre-market, right? So then boom, we come over to the VIX. You know, I'm all about this $20 handle, you guys. So this is where we opened at right here. And again, the $20 handle, this is our big pivot. We got the 2038 weekly and the 09 daily, right? As long as we stay above this, we have extreme pressure on the indices. Targets include the tested weekly at 2443 and obviously higher. And we got pretty close to this weekly, but we missed it. So I don't want to, I don't want to be like, oh, I got that, because it was close, but whatever. So we're going to get there though. We're certainly going to get there. It looks like we were starting to sell off again after the market was closed. So tomorrow will be very interesting as well. Oh shit, Bryce. Oh shit. I got to throw this in the, all right, I'm going to pull this over for the scoreboard. Look at you, bro. Look at you. Damn. Okay. I'm jealous. Oh, okay. Ooh, that makes me jealous, Bryce. Okay. All right. Now you got it coming. I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. So anyways, we are down here, and I was basically telling everybody I got my target, right? We're free falling down out of the sky here. And I'm like, I'm watching the SPX leg for this minor relief. Now, mind you, this SPX spot, of course, is in the trade plan. I always put the picture of the SPX. I show you guys exactly what levels that we should be looking at. I'll just pull up the picture just so you know I'm not bullshitting, so you can see in context what I'm talking about. Oh, whoa, that was zoomed in really fast. Let's see, right here, boom. Right, so here's the SPX spot, 67.96. Okay, so above or below, we got that, right? Okay, we're in there, right? And so I'm telling everybody, hey, listen, we're coming to this SPX leg for minor relief. Watch this. It's the same as our 68.24. I'm not buying, though. I'm not buying because I'm short, right? I'm all about being short today. My process tells me that every pop is fadeable, okay? 100-day moving average comes down. We touch it. Mind you, I just got out of my short about 5 points ago or something. Maybe it was 10 points ago. And, of course, the 100-day moving average was getting love. The CTAs love the 100-day moving average. They were algo buying hardcore off that level. If you guys don't know what a CTA is, that is basically a hedge fund that trades only futures. They have strategies built all around VWAP, all around the big moving averages. And so even though I don't really trade these levels, I use them as confluence, when they line up with other stuff. And I'm obviously very aware of these levels because why would I not be, right? These things play. But for me, there's no edge there because sometimes they play, sometimes they don't. So I just kind of keep an eye on them, what have you. But at this point, I'm telling everybody, look, if we pop, I'm going to play 83 again. Right? And then higher if I'm wrong, of course. And then, of course, we started getting a lot of love off this 100-day moving average, right? So I'm telling people in the Discord room, 9:39 a.m., right? We're juking at this point. This thing's popping hard. The 82 4 hours tested. But the weekly, Oh, that 83 weekly, it was definitely untested on the daily. So if we come into a bottom up, it could be good, right? So we also squeeze higher because vol is wild. And look at this relative volume out the ass, right? 75% higher than normal. I mean, it was just a beast of relative volume today. I mean, we just really were cranking it, which means there was like at one point we had over 100% relative vol, which meant there was 100% more buyers or more market participants than normal. That's crazy because for me, the way I calculate my range expectations is based on relative volume, right? So we had a 5 to 10 day range, an expected range of 100 points. By 9:30 in the morning, we had already done 100 points and we had our vol above 75. And I'm like, okay, guys, even in the plan, I said, we could probably squeeze another 50, 60 points out of this range. And lo and behold, you already know we did, right? So that was awesome. So anyways, we're coming up in here and here's the disappointing part. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if Bryce is in here. I didn't see him pop in here, but there was a lot of people in here before I came. Bro, so salty. I just did not get on this short. Look, check this out. This is crazy. Oh my God. I was sick to my stomach today. So sick. Look at this. They missed me by a tick. I was just sitting with one car because we literally were juking so fast up and down that, you know, I was ready for a stop and I was also ready to add into it, but they missed me. And then they just absolutely fucking dumped. Clearly Bryce got in it from the highs. I'm going to show you guys his P&L. This guy's a fucking killer. I can't believe you, Bryce. Oh my God. And then of course you see my reaction. Oh my God. Unbelievable. So anyways, we come in here, we got the put wall, we got the weekly, the whole 9 yards, right? Unbelievable. And we're just pushing down. And the first thing I told everybody way before this, we even came into the spot, I said, the VIX falls into the 2038 weekly, it could provide support. Boom, boom. Oh shit. And that was perfect confluence with that month or with that weekly short, with the long off of VIX. I mean, it was just like clockwork. It was insane, right? So I'm like, damn, that was a big ass weekly and the 83 ES. And of course, I'm calling people out. I'm like, listen, that's the possible high of the day there, but you already know I'm salty. I'm willing to say it right here. Listen, I didn't get the short and I didn't get on it either, but guys in the room did. And listen, that's just as good for me. I mean, clearly I love money. Don't get me wrong. And I hate a near miss like that. And I hate it that I didn't get on it. But listen, as long as my homies got on it, then half of the mission was accomplished. I'm so happy for you guys, and we're going to get into that soon. So that is what's up. So here you go. Let's go into the next one. You guys can see here, this is what it looks like on the RTH chart. Again, here was our 83 weekly over here, and we came up and we smacked that absolutely perfect. And of course, we had played that weekly on the VIX just as anticipated. So then we're going to come over here. Check this out. Again, guys, I talked about this level so many times and made the point to say underneath this level, momentum shifts in favor of the bears substantially. And look at this smack, just absolutely getting drilled, coming off that weekly, something fierce on VIX, just fucking rocket wood. It was amazing. And we just dumped, I mean, 80 points plus was my target. So I was just all about this short. I couldn't have been more disappointed. But hey, listen, it is what it is. I don't want to dwell on it. I'm dwelling on it a little bit, but it's all right. There was more opportunities today. Unfortunately, my morning ended early, or my day ended early, but I know I'm going to show you here in a second, guys in the room fucking killed it. So if you guys are subscribers and you're not in the Discord room, what are you waiting on? Like for real, like unbelievable. If you can't see the Discord room pays dividends, you are tweaking. So, all right. So that was that. We come down, and then what is next? Oh, again, Discord room paying dividends, right? So boom, listen, I'm telling everybody, look, sweep of the leg. That was it. The pressure is off now. Now, I've talked about this many times before, okay? And you're probably watching this like, what the fuck does that mean pressure is off? Well, listen, when you are either trying to when they are very bullish or very bearish, the idea is to make a new leg or a new high or a new low. What that does is that creates a new leg. It essentially allows them to make a new low, which means they can pop back up and we can smack it again. Or the same thing applies for bullish context. If they make a new high, they can pull back and we can buy it again. And why does this happen? Well, the idea is basically for any person trading, usually especially if you're in it for the big moves like I am, the idea is you're always trying to hold it for a new high or a new low. And in this case, it's the new high or new low of a significant leg. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Here's the daily chart. This was the leg in low, right? So the idea is to make new lows on this. And I was looking for new lows from yesterday from 64. I said, man, we're going to fucking make new lows. And so this was always in the cards for me. Obviously, you never know, with the volatility and everything, what kind of moves you're going to get. So you still got to plan accordingly. You can't just get short because shit, this thing was juking today. And yeah, so with that being said, when they make a new high or new low, what happens is guys like me are taking profits, right? Guys in the room are taking profits. It takes pressure off from the short side. So as we're taking profits down there, it takes a lot of the relief off, and then it allows the buyers, in this case, to basically buy it up and bring us back into something that we can test, right? So here you go. So check this out. So I'm like, hey, listen, the pressure is off now. That was the target there, everyone. And of course I'm mad, right? Son of a bitch. I'm salty. I'm not going to lie, right? So then I'm like, this could squeeze super nice, right? And I'm like, look at the SPX sweep in the daily. Again, we swept SPX as well, and we swept ES like I just showed you, and we still held this daily, which was big. And then I brought this chart over here, and I actually, just so you guys know, we actually popped off of this really, really hard. We played it for almost 70 points on this squeeze. And the reason I brought this over was for two reasons. One, I wanted to show you the actual move that took place. But, this was another level that I was after, and I just kind of noticed it right now. But this was one of the spots that I wanted to buy. Check this out. Let's look and see. The major daily leg, 67.94.50. I like this level for a buy. If this price plays, we want to see it swiftly get it back 6,800 and move higher above 86, etc. Well, look how close they got. I mean, they got so close, but it wasn't close enough for me. It was still 6 points away, and so I was waiting for us to come down there and basically reclaim, which unfortunately never happened. With that being said, because that never happened, I was not looking for longs. I needed the actual test, and so I sat on my hands, and I was very patient today. I'm very proud of myself, though, for that. I got to tell you, I didn't chase, which I'm kicking myself now. And I didn't chase all over the place. And I think it takes a lot of discipline to do that when you see the market whipping around. So I'm going to pat myself on the back. I only made a few $100s a day, $500, but I'm going to pat myself on the back for having some self-control and discipline. So you guys can make all the money. I'll let you have it. I'm proud of myself for being a good boy. And that's basically it. So with that, we caught the highs, we caught the lows, and also let me show you this, right? So this was cool too. And for those of you guys who traded the afternoon session, we actually had the monthly level, which I have talked about for some time, right? We brought this was in the trade plan, and this is the whole 9 yards. This is actually the level that we popped off pre-market. As you can see right here, they popped up and they played the 83 again, and then we fell. This was a very significant level. And just remember, as I'm writing this was support at the time. We were falling fast. And so always remember that was once support, especially if it plays, right? If it plays really nice and gets a reaction, and then we come back below it, it's going to be resistance. And I don't mean just sweep below it. And then, actually come back below it for some time and come back above. It becomes resistance. Okay. So this was the great part about it, right? So we got the monthly floor. Watch this for a serious momentum shift under this level, right? And that's exactly what happened early on. But if we push under this level, we could, push swiftly down, right? So here was the end of the day play. They came down, they popped back up off of that squeeze. They played the 68, 67 spot. And then here was my personal favorite part of this retest. We had a nice untested 1 hour level. We had a nice ugly ass 1 hour close. They came back up right here. They played the 1 hour at 56. They actually tested this twice. That monthly level held us down something strong and pushed us down really, really low. I won't say I was surprised, but we're down here right now. And look, we pushed all the way through the 67.94.50 today towards the end of the day. And so that was kind of a big finale for us right now. I'm just looking at the price here. Pretty crazy how the day ended up. And I can't say as I'm surprised. I was just surprised it didn't do it earlier. And so that is that. One of the things that I really want to point out to you guys, I talked about this yesterday. Okay. I talked about it yesterday. And I don't know how many people looked at it. If you didn't look at it, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Just like in Games of Thrones, where she's walking down naked and they're like, shame, shame, shame on you. That's you guys. If you haven't read this, you should look at this. I mean, I fucking told you guys, and we're not done, right? Like, it's all about the data, guys. It's all about 70% chance that we're going to correct between probably around 15%. It says the average is 18%. A 70% chance. What do you guys want? I mean, listen, our whole job is based on statistics. I'm just fucking laying out the numbers for you. All you got to do is do the math. It's crazy. So listen, I don't know if you read this, but if you haven't, go to my Substack, take a look. It's on X as well. All you got to do is click on it. It'll take you here. 70% with an average. Look at this. 18% draw down, right? 18%, right? So check this out. This is super important, right? So this is the kind of data that everybody should be leaning on. I'm not saying, oh, I'm just going to get short and say, fuck it. That's not how it works. But what you do is you look for areas and you look for clues, just like we have over the past 2 days. And this is starting to come to fruition. And it was right as I put the post out, which was freaking incredible. The timing was insane. So I hope that everybody is taking part of this stuff here and really, looking at this and looking at it hard. I mean, I'm not doing this for my health here, guys. And, I'm really enjoy helping people. And I see people still, I saw some guys on Substack today talking to their Substack writers. And they were like, hey, are you still bullish? And he's like, very much more so than ever. That was yesterday. And then I don't know if you guys check this out. This is crazy. I was just looking at this and I was downstairs. Look at this bloody mess. Obviously, as we know, Bitcoin's getting flayed. I have not even bought anything yet because this is just dumping. This is like my last spot. I just can't. Apparently, I read that this is Bitcoin's biggest single down move day ever. I did not know that. It just came in the news. This is insane. How much is this thing down today? Hang on, let me look. It's down 12%. Damn. I'm so glad I didn't buy it. I was just waiting for some relief. I'm not just going to fucking buy it. I need to make sure we're going to chill. And here's the thing, guys. And I told you guys in the weekend review that this thing is a lead. Do you guys recall that? I've probably been saying that since the moment you guys met me. I said, listen, Bitcoin's a lead. It goes first, and then the indices go next. And guess what? Kaboom, we fucking blew up. And not only that, but let's go through a few things here, shall we? Because look at this. Look, Mara, that's a crypto company. Look at this thing. Boom, down 18%. Actually coming into a super nice buy spot right now. I actually might pick some shares up to $6. I don't know if you can lose because this company actually makes money. Microsoft down. Microsoft's coming into my buy spot, but I'm scared to buy it. I'm not going to lie to you. This thing's still super crazy looking. If you like it at 400, you're going to love it at 250. So, I'm looking at all this as, MicroStrategies is down 17%. Of course, Bitcoin, this is down 10%. Look at all these 14, 16, 9, 13, 9, 7, 14%, 9. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. It is an absolute bloodbath, and it's going to set up some awesome buying opportunities. There's no question about that, but it ain't today. That's for damn sure. So I hope everybody is paying attention. I hope everybody was paying attention to the Bitcoin lead that I threw out there. I mean, guys, man, I've been doing this shit a long time. And I swear to God, I just keep getting better and better and better. You guys better be paying attention. And because I'm on fire, baby. I'm on fire. So anyways, all right. So let's check this out. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We got 1 minute left before this is over. Let me show the boys what the boys are doing. And look at this. Bryce, You, Bryce. Okay, look at this. Look at Sko again on the board every single day. This guy's so consistent. He's a course holder. He's a Substack subscriber. This guy stays on the board. You guys hear me call his name every day. And then here's my little $500. Oh, missed the 80-pointer. That's all right. I made $5,000 yesterday, so whatever. All right, and then I just had to show everybody, like, oh, look at my little tears, my little puppy dog tears, right? So and here we go. Of course, I had to, I called the top. I got to let people know I called the top. And then we got Sam. Sam, actually, he couldn't just stop with $2,000 on the day because he's rocking 10 accounts, right? Look at this guy. Boom, 4 Gs. And you know what I love about these guys? These guys are doing the thing. All I do is give them levels, and they have to execute, right? But still, these guys give me so much props. Thanks for creating this amazing group and inspiration after inspiration. I love this. Like, these guys keep me pumped up to keep going. If this isn't social proof, I don't know what is. I made $500. These guys are fucking killing it, right? So it's not about me. It's the fact that my process is repeatable. The trade plans are repeatable. And that should mean way more to you guys who are watching this than anything. It ain't about me. It's about everybody else I keep showing you that follows the plans and absolutely crushes it. Then we got Shees. Look at Shees with the 16,000. Oh, dude. Man, Shees, you killed it. Now, here's the other one. And again, I talk about Bryce. It seems like every day. Bryce, Sko, these guys, they're on the board every day. Course holders, Substack subscribers. Not to toot my own horn, but the course is fucking fire. And so are the trade plans, right? Check this guy out, Bryce. Oh my God. $4,800, Bryce. You are an animal. That is your biggest score yet. He did $3,000 yesterday. What did he do yesterday? Bryce, you are a fucking monster. Let me look. What'd you do, Bryce? What'd you do? There's my $4,200. Bryce did $3,100 yesterday, $4,800 today. The guy's a freaking dentist. Go clean some teeth, bro. Leave some money for the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. Like, I am so impressed with you, Bryce. Bryce, this is the first time Bryce has ever taken a trading course. He come into this with no bad habits. He was unadulterated. He was pure, right? I love that. I didn't have to train him to leave old stuff on the table. He just came in, follows the plans. Actually, I'm going to call you out, Bryce. You came in, bought the course, and you didn't think you needed the plans. And he came to me and said, Ryan, you know what? I thought I could do it on my own, but I really need some assistance here. And there's no shame in that. It's $50 fucking. What you should do is be taking these trade plans and learning, you got the course. Now he's putting the two together. Boom. He's fucking self-made man. This right here is enough to pay for my trade plans for literally 10 years. It's $500 a year. This guy just paid 10 years worth of trade plans. So tell me that's not worth it. Absolutely unbelievable, Bryce. And Bryce, I'd like, look, check this out. I want to show, this is a personal conversation that Bryce had, but look at what he just told me last night. Again, these guys give me mad props. And I said, listen, we were talking about, he's like, I am just so addicted to the markets right now. And I was giving him a little feels, right? Telling him listen, everything in balance, right? But then he says, listen, he said, that's what's great about the course. It's institutional level thinking, not all candle patterns and opening range bullshit. It's real chart analysis. And I appreciate that comment so much, Bryce. Thank you so much. And again, this is our personal message. I probably shouldn't be sharing this with everybody, but these are the kind of things that really people really feel this. They really tell me it's not bullshit. And so I really thank you guys, because this is the type of stuff that keeps me going. So I really appreciate it. So with that being said, guys, make sure that you check out. I have a link for the trade plans still. I got to take it off next week. The trade plans are still free for 30 days. If you fill out your email and the landing page, I'll get you hooked up. Also, there's a link for my favorite statistics-based platform, Edgeful. They are $50 a month. It is the best platform ever for statistics. And I got to tell you guys, this whole job is statistics. I just said that earlier. If you're not trading with data, you're not really trading, you're guessing and you're gambling. So do yourself a favor. If you really want to take this seriously, get the trade plans, get some Edgeful, and get in the game and come into the Discord. And with that being said, I am out. I am not streaming tomorrow as it's Friday. I finally got the day off. But I will see you at 8:30 in the morning for the trade plans, and my homies in the Discord room. Of course, we're going to be there. We're going to conquer the market. So you guys have a fantastic Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.